Hey guys, and welcome back to Mad About Skin. In today's video, I am super excited because my all-time favourite eye cream just leveled up. Now, for those who've been with the channel some time, you'll know my holy grail eye cream is the Numbuzin 9 Plus volumetox serum. This has been a revelation ever since I slapped it on my under eye around 2 years ago, and to hear that they've actually improved it further is like music to my ears. Now, I don't believe in gatekeeping, so I want to share with you what the updates are, why I think this could universally be the best eye cream that anybody tries, and kind of everything you need to know. Now, as always, this video isn't sponsored and it isn't in paid partnership. I know most of the Korean skincare content here on YouTube comes in a sponsored or paid for capacity. Never here on Mad About Skin, we don't do that nonsense. I like to speak from the heart and not the wallet, so if you appreciate truly independent skincare advice and recommendations like what you're watching today, make sure to reach down and give the video a big thumbs up and a like. Subscribe if you haven't already, because I know I speak for everyone when I say we'd love to have you as part of the Mad About Skin family. I've got a lot to say in today's video, so let's cut that waffle and delve straight on in. So the Numbuzin 9 Plus volumetox eye cream hit the market around 2 years ago and has gone viral ever since. Last year in 2025, it was actually the world's best-selling Korean eye cream, and honestly, I think for good reason. I know so many of you guys have tried it out there, so don't keep your thoughts to yourself. Shout about them down in the comments section below. Is this a product you've used and loved? Do you think the changes which I'm sharing in today's video have elevated it, or do you not agree with them? Share your thoughts and opinions, because I would love to hear from you. But why I think this product is so special is it really delivers a whole range of different benefits in one product at an affordable price point. And someone that's super cheap like me, that's music to my ears. So I'm going to start out with a brief overview of what the product is, what's actually changed and why I think this has elevated it further. Then I'm going to summarize everything at the end. So this is an eye cream designed to be used twice a day, morning and evening. It has remained the same price, even though that they've tweaked some things, and it's around £17 here in the UK, which is about $20. So super affordable. The real marketing push that they've done with this is to highlight the 50 different peptides that it contains. That's a lot. That's a lot of peptide action. But the good thing about the peptides they've selected for this product is they don't need to be in sky-high concentrations to work. Different peptides require different concentrations to deliver benefits, and the ones that they've selected for this work in as little as 0.5% concentration. So even though there's 50 in here, all in around a 1% concentration, they're still going to be delivering you benefit, because that little touch of peptide action taken together is giving you a whole host of benefits, from firming, lifting, plumping, and even some pro-collagen benefits too. I think the peptides in this product are doing a lot of the heavy lifting, but they're not the only feature of this that I think makes it really special. Another ingredient that's included is something called NAD. Now, NAD is a fantastic antioxidant that not only protects the skin against free radical damage and premature aging, but it also has some proven pro-collagen benefits too. So in the long term, if you use your NAD consistently, as I said, twice a day, in the long term, you're going to see a boost of collagen and elastin production, minimizing those fine lines and wrinkles. And it also is going to protect the collagen we already have by preventing free radical damage. So it's like a double whammy in terms of an ingredient, and one that I'm really excited to see in so much more skincare in 2026 than ever before. You've also got retinoids in here. Now, retinoids are a family of ingredients, vitamin A derivatives, that boost collagen and elastin, but also can help structure your collagen to work in a more efficient way. Retinoids come in different strengths, and I would generally recommend going for a lower strength option under the eye, which is more prone to sensitivity and irritation, than we would on the rest of the face. So I think it's really nice to have an eye cream that already has so many benefits, but also has some great retinoid action here in a lower dose to just help smooth everything out without sensitizing and irritating. I think this is a really great eye cream to use if you have sensitive skin. Obviously patch test, and different skin will react differently to different products, but generally speaking, if you look at the formula, this is going to be great for people that have sensitive eyes. Maybe your eyes water if you use the wrong product. This could be a great option for you, and it will also hydrate and nourish. They've got ingredients like ceramides in here, which are going to boost the barrier function, help lock in all that hydration and moisture. And I just think taken together, this is a powerhouse product that's going to deliver so much benefit in kind of just one tube. And I think that's the key thing here. You can end up using so much product under the eye and on the rest of the face, it becomes a bit overwhelming. Under the eye, which can be prone to melia, sensitivity and dryness, benefits from fewer products, fewer risks of interaction in a negative way with any of the ingredients. So having just a one and done like this, honestly, is fantastic. And on first application, you will immediately see a reduction in puffiness and inflammation. You'll see everything's lifted, firmed and tightened, and that's your immediate results. In the long term though, you're going to get some great anti-aging through the NAD, through the retinoids, the boosting of collagen and elastin. So immediate results, quick wins, long-term payoff, perfection for like £17. That's why this has been my favorite product for the longest time. But I had two issues with this, I would say. And both of these issues have been addressed by that upgrade. So I think this is a really great example of a brand taking on consumer feedback, listening to what people were saying, and improving their product on the back of it. That's rare. It shouldn't be, but that is quite rare in skincare, and it's really nice to see. So the two primary changes that they made here is they switched out the retinoid from retinol with an O to retinal with an A. This is a little game changer because any studies into over-the-counter retinoids show that retinal, which is now in the new version, is more effective than retinol in terms of boosting collagen and elastin, and is generally better tolerated on the skin. So greater results, fewer side effects and irritation. It seems like a no-brainer to make that switch. I think the reason they didn't use retinal originally is when they were formulating with, formulating this product, retinal was still in its infancy. It wasn't seen in a lot of products. People were really hoping to buy retinol, and they were driven by that market demand. Now, retinal really just rules everything when it comes to over-the-counter retinoids, and so they've responded to that. And honestly, I think it's a far better product as a result of that. Roughly equivalent strength in terms of the retinal versus the old retinol, but it's going to be less sensitizing because retinol is just better overall. And this is a huge tick in the box. Another really significant change is the packaging. This isn't just a tweak to the packaging, this is like a wholesale repackaging, and it needed to happen because the number one complaint with this product was the clumsy packaging it had before. They'd gone down that like aesthetically pleasing, like needle injectable style of packaging, which I get, Instagrammable, draws the eye, but was so clunky, was so overpackaged, took up way too much space, and it was really hard to actually use. There were lots of people that had issues with mobility and motor function in their hands, saying they just couldn't use it because it was too stiff, and other people saying they couldn't see how much product was actually left, so they didn't know when to restock, rebuy another one. And for me, I just found that it always dispensed the wrong amount. You gave it a little squeeze and way more came out than you wanted. It was just a bit of a nightmare. The packaging was the number one issue I had, and I can't be alone in that. Share your thoughts, guys. Did you absolutely hate this packaging as much as I did? I'm sure there's people that did like it, but for me, it was a firm no. They've just turned it into a tube. This is music to my ears. You'll see an image of it here. This is what people want in terms of packaging. Easy to use. It doesn't matter the level of dexterity or motor movement that you have in your hands. You can use this, which is really important for accessibility. And you can snip the top off this and get every last drop out, which you couldn't with the other tube. This is like perfection, and I think such an upgrade in terms of the packaging. And whilst I don't know the exact percentages, I can definitely tell there is less plastic in the new packaging than there was in the old one. That's better for the environment, which again is another huge tick in the box. For me, the move from retinol to retinal and the upgrade to the packaging just takes this from a 9 out of 10 product to a 10 out of 10 one. And I genuinely think this is going to be the eye cream I reach for day in, day out for the foreseeable future. Now, in terms of its performance, hopefully I've done it justice. Immediate depuffing, lifting, firming, and really helps just nourish and hydrate the under eye. So if you want to put concealer over the top of it, you can. It works really well, but its own right just delivers a nice finish to the skin. In the long term, lots of anti-aging benefits, which I love to see. I would say the only people that might need to use something extra beyond just this is if you have very dark circles under the eyes. If you have very like a purplish hue to the under eye area and that is your number one skin concern or insecurity, you might want to use a caffeine treatment before this. Caffeine is a really great like precursor to any eye cream that you want to use to just dial up the results. I really like the Ordinary Caffeine 3%. I think this is really good. The Ordinary do two products. They do a caffeine eye serum, which I don't like. They do a caffeine face serum, which I love and can be used under the eye. I actually covered it in a separate video, which I'll dig out and I'll leave a link to up there. I'll also link the caffeine that I do like down in the description box below in case you want to pick one up. But yeah, put a little of this under the eye, then top it off with the Numbuzin volumetox eye cream, and you will have a snatch to the gods under eye and like a guaranteed good skin day. I love this product from when I first applied it, but knowing that they've actually improved it in such a good way was music to my ears. And as I said, I think this is going to be my go-to eye cream for the foreseeable future. Now, you do have to be careful if you're interested in buying this one, because some online retailers are still holding inventory of the old version. So if you want the new version, I personally would go to Yes Style, which are currently only stocking the new version of it. And I have linked that down in the description box below. So if you did want to guarantee that you're going to get the new version with the retinol and the new packaging, it's linked down in the description box below. Buy it from there, and they've confirmed that they are only shipping out the new version, so that just makes hopefully it's super easy to purchase. But yeah, affordable, effective, one and done. This is my all-time favorite eye cream for a reason, and hopefully it's helped you guys when it comes to choosing products for your own skincare routine. Let me know your thoughts. Are you going to rush out and buy the new version? Did you actually love the old packaging and the old version and didn't think it needed to be changed? Let me know down in the comments below, and wherever you are in the world, guys, stay safe, stay well, and love your skin. Take care. Bye.